Come along with me as I experience a lot of firsts as a press-on nail tech with this order. Welcome back to part 2. So this is where we left off on the last nail. I just thickened up the lines a bit more and now I'm going in with Red Sky Night for the heart. I started at the top and kind of made sure the little V shape was right at the top end of the heart before I started going down, and whenever I make hearts I try to make it like thinner and skinnier than I want it to be, so if I mess up I can thicken it up later. Now I realized that color was not going to do it for me, so I went in with number 465 from Beetles and I went over that heart with this color. After that, it was time to move on to this cheetah print nail. I actually mixed all three of these colors together to create the color for the base. I did 2 layers of it, and unfortunately since I used a custom color, I'm gonna have to use this itty bitty tiny nail art brush for the rest of the nail, which can be annoying, but I didn't feel like ruining one of my other big applicator brushes, so we're just gonna have to thug it out. And then I moved on to the main kind of back blotches of the cheetah print. I was using a brown from Rosalind, but I don't remember the exact number. I just try to follow the inspo as much as possible, even though some of the stuff was covered up, but it's just random blobs with lines here and there. You can't mess it up too bad. Then once I cured that layer, I went in with black and I started going around the blobs, partially covering them up. I'm gonna save the chains and the other little details for last, so I'm now going to start working on the little plaid nail. Once again, using the same Red Sky Night from Blue Sky, I'm just going to give it a red French tip. And then I decided to use this Born Pretty Milky Jelly number 13 to go over as the darker red color in the plaid design. Then I'm going in with 3001 from Macart, and I use this as the complementary plaid lines and little dashes or hatches. Finally, it's time for the belt nail, one of my favorite nails. Now this one, honestly, I was not sure how I was going to go about it because I did not have these exact colors and I wasn't quite sure how to mix these colors together to get what I wanted, even though I know color theory and all that exists, but I like just using my single brain cell to figure things out. Now you may be looking at the inspo picture and you may be looking at what I'm doing right now and you're going, Elizabeth, that's not the same color. And to that, I would say you're not wrong per se. However, my artistic eye or autistic eye, I don't know, who knows, sees some yellow tones under there, and it makes me think of my watercolor history of when I would do washes of a single tone over the entire page before I would start painting the rest of the piece. So I wanted to see if I could do a similar thing with that and see how it goes. And here's when I started mixing colors together. But once again, this video is getting a little bit too long, so I'm going to redirect you to part 3 of when I finish this experiment of a nail.